Welcome back to the channel. I'm Crypto Trend Trader, and today we're going to be taking a look at Cardano to Bitcoin. That's ADA to BTC. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. These markets are extremely volatile, so please do your own research and trade responsibly. So here we have the Binance chart, ADA Cardano to BTC Bitcoin, and I have it on the daily here. And looking at it, basically what we're seeing down here is a low, followed by a higher low, and now it looks like it's attempting basically attempting to keep putting in like a little bit of a bottoming pattern, and then we'll see on the top here basically came up from that first bottom, put in a high, and then from that one we put in a higher high, and now so far we haven't gotten a higher high from this point yet. But what I suspect is going to happen is we're either going to move up off this point and test up. The purple is the 89 moving average right here, so we'll likely get a test up to that 89. We could potentially get another test down first, down here to like the 463 Satoshi range. Test this blue support right around down here, and then get the move up. But it does look promising right now. We could kind of draw a little resistance right there forming as well. But I think at this point in time, that's probably the most likely move. Now, I mean, if Bitcoin just starts dumping and we start selling off, obviously, you know, that's going to help this case. And I think potentially that's what's going to happen. So some of these alts may have already hit their bottoms, but the only problem with these alts is if you really take a, let me just clear this up just a little bit. If you really take a look what's going on here, this is what has me hesitant is, and there may be a chart that goes back a little bit further. I want to say Binance is it though. I'm not sure if this was like the founding. I don't know Cardano all that well, but you know, we're in uncharted territory right now. We're lowest lows. I mean, if you look at the long-term weekly downtrend on Cardano to Bitcoin, you know, it topped out, come down, and it is literally putting in lower highs and lower lows. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, until you get a move up from here, I mean, this thing is showing absolutely no strength at this point in time. There's no reason to think that all of a sudden it's going to reverse to the upside. I mean, there's potential, you know, that it could bounce a couple percent. I mean, a 40% move, you know, is to here. To get back to all-time highs, this thing it's 1,742% move to get to all-time highs. So, you know, something like that's literally just been selling off throughout its entire lifetime. To me, there's no reason to be. There's better places to put your money than in this asset. You know, if you were just going to throw a couple bucks in this, or if you had a couple bucks in this and you were just going to let it sit to see if you made money over time, by all means, you know, that's, you know, if it's based on fundamentals or something like that, that's fine. But as far as just looking at the chart right here, just straight up looking at Cardano compared to Bitcoin, there's no reason to be trading Cardano, in my opinion. And it's showing no signs of life right now on the weekly scale. If we take it down to the daily, like I said, it doesn't look nearly as bad. It looks like we could definitely get a move up here, and there's some potential for, you know, a short-term bounce. But I mean, the way I look at it, that's a 10% move potentially up to that moving average. I could see that happening. But the way I look at it with an asset like this is you only have so much capital, so there's better places you could be using your capital. You could be using that money somewhere else with a higher likelihood of success than trading Cardano. And that's my honest opinion on it. I have nothing against it. There's no fundamentals behind that. That's strictly technical analysis. And I'm not picking on Cardano specifically because I know, it does have a lot of strong supporters and everything. But just looking at the chart, there's a lot of better places you could be putting your assets than something that's continually making lower highs and lower lows. And we're down here in uncharted territory. There's no reason to think that we're going to be able to pop up anytime in the near future. And anything we do get is essentially just going to be a dead cat balance that's getting sold into. A bottoming pattern on a chart. We were just looking back, I think, like a couple years. I mean, this is going back to December 2017, so it's like 2 years old. So for a bottoming pattern to take place right over here, I mean, you're probably looking at like a 6-month consolidation, something like that. And I wouldn't even begin to you couldn't even begin to really say this thing has bottomed out until it gets up to like 1,956 satoshis is when you could officially use technical analysis and say that you're putting in, a higher high. You could potentially put in a lower high and then a higher low and then say that we're bottoming out and we're going to move up, but you really don't know. You really can't confirm until you're at almost 2,000 satoshis. So that's a 4x. 5x from where it's at right now, 4x. So yeah, I just think you're better off putting your money somewhere else, and that's my honest opinion. It has nothing to do with the asset itself, just the chart. So there you have it, guys. Crypto Trend Trader with the request there on Cardano ADA to BTC. Could be a great project, but as far as the chart's concerned, no good. All right, Crypto Trend Trader signing off.